Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, disneylandforever.com. Hey everyone.
Hello.
It's Jordan.
And Daniel.
And, sorry, our head is just full right now of all the Disney news that dropped in the last week.
That's what this whole episode's going to be about.
Yep, because there was enough stuff, especially stuff that actually almost contradicts one of our previous episodes.
We have to print a redaction.
Other than that, I just wanted to point out something else we were reading today, that Salt Lake City has officially had less snow this season than parts of Florida.
Great.
So that feels great.
So great. We have no water. Please send water.
All those of you that are buried under snow, can you just turn on some fans and just blow it over this way?
Here. Or just mail us bottled water or something so we can dump in our reservoirs.
We would really appreciate it. Because it's oddly pleasant. I mean, it's nice outside, but it's just dry and hot.
And there's no ice to slip on or crash on, but we probably need water.
Yeah.
And I think all our plants are dead outside. I think the lawn's dead. I think everything's dead.
Why do you think it's dead?
Because it usually needs still a little bit of water.
Well, it doesn't grow in the wintertime.
No. Well, we will see in a few weeks.
Anyway, I'm more concerned about your tulips and their bulbs and everything because they're going to start blooming here in a week or two if it doesn't get colder.
Seriously.
Anyway, so yay for us. Anyway, what we really wanted to there's a lot of news that we're spending time on today, but what we really want to focus on are the two biggest stories, which is about the art shuttles and the shakeup in leadership at the Walt Disney Company. So those are the two biggest things that we'll spend the most time on, but we do just have other news that we need to talk about. And do we want to talk about the last day of our Disney World trip?
Possibly.
We can.
Sure.
Maybe. It's not like we did a ton.
We flew home.
Yeah. Well, we did other things too.
We did.
But anyway, let's start like we always do with a new review.
Yep. This one's from Jacques 16.
That is what it says.
HMBJAC.
Well,
I don't know if it's supposed to be one word, but
I don't know either.
I just made it one. They said, the perfect Disney fix. I found Disneyland Forever while battling post-Disneyland blues, and it's been the perfect dose of magic. Every Thursday feels like rope drop, and the episodes make my commute fly by. Great tips, fun humor, and Dan and Jordan's banter is pure pixie dust.
Oh, good.
That is good to hear.
Every time I listen to other podcasts as well, and they kind of go in the weeds. I don't know why it doesn't make me feel better about what we do, because they go in the weeds and I don't know if anyone wants to hear this. I'm like, I'm enjoying myself. And then I should be able to just make that jump over to us. It's like, oh, maybe ours is the same way. I really don't know.
Hopefully.
But yay, glad you guys are enjoying it. And it's amazing how maybe it's a good thing that we're on a random day in the middle of the week on a Thursday, because it helps you out when
your commute. Yeah.
That's something just to get you through the last couple days of the week.
Until the weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for those reviews. Just don't forget that if you haven't done so yet, you should also get on Apple or Audible or Spotify, and you can leave us a 5-star rating. Or on Apple, you can leave us one of these 5-star reviews. We love reading them. They help us out a lot to get found. And also, just share this around with other people that you think might benefit or might enjoy what we talk about.
And if we read it on the air, you are world famous.
Yes. And actually, we can say that technically because we do, there are people that listen to us around the world, which is weird to me. That
it's probably one person in 47 countries.
We have some in Australia, especially.
There's a few in Australia.
And other countries too, but we hear a lot from them, which is kind of fun.
It's funny.
They reach out on Instagram too. At any rate, so we should get into some of the... do we want to start with the Walt Disney World, or do we want to break it up the news?
Let's start with news. And then
okay, let's do the smaller news pits first. Okay, so let's go with this because this is more time sensitive. And if you are interested in going to, Disney Channel night or Star Wars night, the Disneyland After Dark events, Magic Key sales are currently happening for both of those. And as of the day that this drops, the general public sales are going up.
Yeah, if it was a very important thing for you to do, push pause on us
and go and
buy them. Yeah, yeah, you'll be there for a few hours.
Yes, and they also revealed more of the details about what each night is going to entail, which they hadn't talked about before. So for Disney Channel night, these are the ones that are going to be on April 12th, 14th, and 16th.
Of 2026.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They will have a High School Musical Zombies pep rally, which apparently they can... Actually, I can see how those relate to each other. Never mind. They both take place in high school. They'll have a pep rally.
I was thinking like they turn the High School Musical people into zombies.
No, they're two different movie
I gotcha.
franchises. They have a Descendants near the Rivers of America. So then we have Disney Channel Rocks near It's a Small World party at this rock concert style stage show that totally pumps up the volume to hit songs from popular Disney Channel shows and movies.
Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume.
Camp Rock sing along at the Golden Horseshoe. So this is for those older ones out there. As I think it's like just younger than me is what was really into Camp Rock. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Yep.
And then they said they will have character experiences from, including fan favorites from shows such as DuckTales, Goof Troop, Kim Possible, Lilo and Stitch, Tailspin, and The Proud Family, which is new. The Proud Family is new. And then they will have like specialty menus going on. I don't generally like to go through those because it's just so limited.
Where's Darkwing Duck?
He's apparently going to be there. They're using him in the ads.
When there's trouble, you call DW.
I guess. I don't know. I assume he's. It just says it doesn't act like this is an exhaustive list.
What's funny is those were always on just a local channel when I was a kid. They were on the Disney Channel.
I don't remember how I saw them. For Star Wars Night, again, that's going on sale at the same time. So if you're interested in this one is taking place April 28th and 30th, and then May 4th and 6th. And this one, I feel like they're trying to add more things to make it worth the time. They will have a lightsaber instructional, so like a demonstration of lightsaber skills and learn how to wield one.
And hopefully not hit people while you're wielding them.
That would be nice, but probably not.
Not
what they're going to do. March of the First Order featuring Captain Phasma, which they always do through Tomorrowland. It's really cool. It's just short, but it is cool.
They did that at Hollywood Studios a lot a few years ago. I don't know if they still do.
No.
Remember that?
No, they don't do it anymore, though. I mean, I remember seeing it, but they don't do it anymore. Figure and Dan and the Modal Nodes. This is the Cantina Band. They will also be on the Rivers of America, which we've seen that before. It was actually really fun. The Fleet of Fandom, a Star Wars Night costume cosplay showcase. Dress as your favorite Star Wars character and participate in a sensational celebration on Main Street. To participate, meet in Town Square 10 minutes prior to the show.
That just made me think of something. Can you dress up for any night? Any of these
Any of
special
the
nights?
after dark nights? Some of them they encourage more than others. This is one they do encourage.
I'm assuming they wouldn't turn people away.
Disney Channel night they encourage. Yeah. This night they encourage. I think it's just like Sweethearts Night. They encourage you to dress up, but it's not necessarily going to be like you're dressing up as characters necessarily. But
yeah, they're less strict, it seems like.
They are open to costumes on these ones for sure. Choose your path. This is interesting. Which side compels you? Scan QR codes throughout the park to show your allegiance to either the light side or the dark side of the Force. Votes are tallied each hour and will be announced by the Galactic DJ in the hub. Sure.
Okay.
And then a lot of character meet and greets. Mandalorian and Grogu, Boba Fett, Emperor Palpatine, Fennec Shand, Queen Amidala, R2, C-3PO, Hera and Chopper, the Jawas and the Ewoks.
Will the Queen Amidala be the real one or the doppelganger sidekick lady?
Does it matter?
Probably. One's Keira Knightley, one's...
Because you're going to be able to tell.
What's her name?
You don't remember.
Lady,
that's her name. Is
Joan Rivers? No.
I remember, but I'm not telling you.
Oh my goodness, what's her name? Natalie Portman.
There you go. It doesn't matter. They look the same once they're in the face makeup, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so again, if you're planning on going to either of those nights, pause this now and go and buy tickets.
But resume. Click the unpause
I didn't say
button
delete
later.
this. I said pause it.
Delete it forever. Never listen to us again.
I don't even know why we're talking about this because this is weird. I guess Disney just announced that they're adding the Haunted Mansion to their wedding venue places in the summer.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
macabre.
but I don't like...
It's macabre.
Yeah, but we've never talked about any of the Disney weddings and
Well,
things
because
before.
they've done that for hundreds of years, and this is something new.
How old do you think Disneyland is?
200 years.
Wow. Okay. The Napa Rose over at the Grand Californian, it was closed for a very long time for refurbishment.
Like a year and a half.
They've completely gutted it. It changed the whole restaurant, and so it's now open again. So you can make reservations online. It, from what I've seen, looks beautiful. I've heard good reviews about it so far. I mean, I don't know how it would go wrong. That restaurant's always been really fantastic.
Always.
It is pricey,
Yes,
but it is now open at the Grand Californian. This is the one that is close to the entrance into DCA from the Grand Californian. in case you don't know which restaurant we're talking about.
One annoying thing, though, is if you go for like a romantic dinner, they have these gorgeous windows, but you can't see anything into DCA. It's just
because it's brighter inside than outside.
If you go for
I know what you're talking about. No, the reason you can't see out is not because of the trees. It's because
it's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed when we've been there, I'm like, oh, I want to see these vistas, but you can't see them because it's lighter inside than outside, and so you can't really see outside very well. But everyone on the outside can see in.
Yes.
So that is now open. Mobile checkout has now been whittled down. So in case you don't even know what this is, which I don't think a lot of people do, Disney added this feature to the Disneyland app and to the Walt Disney World app, honestly, where the idea was to make checkout easier. In many of the stores, you could actually check out on your phone, pay through your phone, and then you just basically get a QR code that you go to a cast member, they scan your QR code to verify your purchases.
And then they give you a bag.
And they just give you a bag, and then you leave.
It's convenient.
It can be convenient.
Yeah.
If there's a line for people waiting to get out from the mobile checkout, it's like, what was the point of the mobile checkout?
Yeah.
I found it most convenient if I only wanted to get like one small thing, because then I'd even say I don't even need a bag. I just needed to verify that I bought it and goodbye. Slowly, they have been pulling back the number of stores that offer mobile checkout, and now it's down to one store. The World of Disney.
Yep, that's
is the only one that still does it. And
I
honestly,
would have thought Emporium would have continued it, but
I think it's just not. I don't think people use it very often, and it's hard. I think that's the main reason why.
Yeah.
I think when do you really see people going over and using the mobile checkout? It
Not
hardly
very
ever.
often.
It hardly ever happens.
You have to know about it. And for a while, like a couple of years ago, they would have cast members going around like with a little sign saying like you can use mobile checkout, but I think people still had no idea.
And I think some people are like, why do I like? What's the purpose of this? Especially like if you buy clothes that have to have the security tags taken off.
They'll do it for you.
You still have to get them taken off, but it's just like, does it really save me a lot of time? If it's not a busy time, it doesn't save you that much time to just go up and check out with a cast member and leave. It's only really helpful in busier times. But that's it.
Most of the stores have at least like 2 or 3 cast members checking people out anyway, so
So
not a big deal.
I foresee this eventually being removed as an option. I didn't really see the huge point in it before. It's not. I think they were hoping it would take the majority of the what's the word I'm looking for? The crowds away from the checkout counters, but it's not. It's really not.
Well,
doing
and
much.
even at World of Disney, there's 2 huge checkout areas.
They have like
Maybe
3 or 4.
Yeah.
I think they have 3 now. I think they used to have 4, but now they have 3.
Each of them has like 4 or 5 cast members at least.
Yeah, and so it's just never even all that busy.
No.
So I don't know, but that's now a thing.
But as has happened multiple times when I've been in those lines, people just cut right in front of me.
That's true.
Like, I'm here. What is going on?
That is true. Another thing that I am just so shocked that they are doing, the 8th of this month is California Adventure's 25th anniversary.
Yeah, you said they should do this, and they did.
I said that. I know. I think I even said it on here, didn't I? That like they're never going to do a 25th anniversary thing. They actually kind of are. They're celebrating concurrently the 25th anniversary of California Adventure, and while still doing the 70th anniversary.
It's only for like a
Disneyland.
week or something, but
It's not so much that it's a short-lived thing. It's just that they're not doing a ton. There's some extra food and beverage options throughout the park that are specifically meant for DCA's birthday. They have some new merch, which I'm like,
there's some shirts.
I feel like I
and,
need to find people who are going this month, because we're not going this month, to get me this
wasn't
stuff.
there like coasters or something? They look kind of cool.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
want them because they never do anniversary merch for California Adventure, like ever. And I'm like, I need this stuff. Why are we not there this month? As part of it as well, although they always change Soarin' around the world to Soarin' over California for the Food and Wine Festival, they've actually done it a month and a half earlier than they normally would.
For DCA. So.
Specifically for the 25th anniversary. So right now, it's Soarin' over California, and it will be until they change it to Soarin' across America.
I thought it opened in June.
What opened in June?
The original horrible DCA. Disney's
No.
California. What month was it?
February.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they're doing it now.
Oh, there you go. That makes sense.
Like I said, on the 8th.
Oh,
I don't know what... I think you're thinking of some of our niece's birthdays.
maybe.
It's not the same thing.
Thank you. I was thinking of something Disney, but sure.
We've taken them to Disney.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with that, also over at the Storytellers Cafe, they have added Humphrey the Bear to be one of the characters that join Donald in his Tales of Adventure breakfast.
If you have no idea who that is, you're not alone. I had no idea who that is. He's cute.
If you have seen some of the new Mickey Mouse shorts, he does feature in some of those. If there's ever like this nondescript bear, he usually has like a bag slung over his shoulder and is like picking up trash. Because that's a thing in the shorts that he was in like the 60s. I think these were shorts from the 60s. He was in a very specific set of shorts. And it's just that he was used in a lot of the signage in, particularly around Grizzly Peak, when the park first opened. And so to pay tribute to that, he's now for the first time ever greeting guests at Storytellers Cafe. So if you go to Storytellers Cafe and there's this bear,
random large bear,
it's Humphrey the Bear.
He is huge.
I know what he's from. There's a whole little song that they sing, and I know the other character that goes with him that I guarantee you've seen him before, but you wouldn't know why he was utilized. Anyway, watch some of the new Mickey Mouse shorts because he's in there, but randomly.
Are you talking about the ones that we've watched hundreds of times and I've never noticed a bear? Or is this a new thing?
No, it's like in The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse specifically.
Oh.
Those shorts that are only on Disney+.
Gotcha.
So that's all part of the 25th anniversary of California Adventure. I think that's it for this bit of news. Now, I guess we can talk a little bit more about our last day, because when we let you guys off, we still had like one basically half day left of our trip. I don't even remember where we went.
Hollywood Studios.
That's right, because we hadn't done Hollywood Studios yet.
We hadn't done much of it. Thankfully, it wasn't crazy busy, so we were able to do Rock and Roller, Tower of Terror again. Did we do it twice that day?
I want to say we did it twice.
We did the villain show again, which is so amazing.
Well, I wouldn't say so amazing. It exceeds expectations.
I think it's great. I think
it depends too much on the actors. I think that's one of the problems I have with it.
I wish that they would have like 6 or 7 characters as a possibility, and then just rotate them each day. That would make it so much fresher each time, and then have a big variety of just the themes of it and stuff. So
this was a show we mentioned before last time we went, where it's a villain show, but the only villains that you actually see on stage, like portrayed by real people on the stage live, are Cruella and Captain Hook and Maleficent.
What is it? Unfairly Ever After?
Unfairly Ever After is what it's called. Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. And the whole point is that they have a little number. They come out and they dance, they interact with the audience, and then at the end, the audience chooses which one they prefer, and then they get a little spotlight moment at the end. And it can change. Like the first time we saw it was Captain Hook. This last time it was Cruella.
This time's Captain Hook was not good.
So. No, last time he was amazing. Last time's Cruella was awful. This time's Cruella, she was fantastic.
Yes.
And so there's a reason she won.
Yeah, no, I think they should have like Jafar and I don't know who else.
There's a lot that they could
do, but yeah. Oh well, it's still the technology is really cool.
It's a good show.
It's a catchy song. You got to at least see it once.
Again, I love it because even through all the screens, like, first of all, the song's catchy, like you said, but also they reference
every single
many villain that's ever been in any Disney movie, including ones that you're just like, oh, I'd almost forgotten about them, like Treasure Planet side villains.
Yep.
And then like Assistant Mayor Bellwether and the Horn King and like so many other Edgar from the Aristocats.
They really did a good job at like the visuals, because it's just LED everywhere, but it looks so cool.
Yes, like the stage is really, really well done. So we did do Slinky Dog.
Yes.
And actually, the wait wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
Lightning Lane was not too long, so we kind of sailed through.
We didn't do much. We
did do Rise. Rise had no wait.
It had a 20-minute wait.
Yeah.
So we're okay. It's still kind of funny how clearly that version of Rise has a lot more problems than the California version.
Yes, the cannons still don't move.
And then I've heard from people all the time that complain that having to do the B mode with Kylo Ren at the end.
Which we did.
And this was only the second time I've ever seen the B mode of Kylo Ren. But I feel like most people I've heard of, they experience it in Florida and not in California. Not to say that it doesn't sometimes happen in California, but it's just like, They have issues over here.
Yeah, we didn't do a ton, but obviously there's not a ton to do at Hollywood Studios.
No, it's kind of an empty
We
park.
did, so the Pizza Rizzo obviously is gone because of the Muppets area being gone. They essentially just moved the entire menu over to Buena Vista Street. Is that what it's called?
No, Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard. I was thinking, yeah, I get them confused. I can't remember the name of the restaurant.
Catalina Eddie's.
Yeah, it's the exact same menu.
So let me just get on my soapbox for a moment. So imagine I've stepped up on it. Especially, this happens particularly in Florida, but a little bit in California. People online, especially influencers or people who have really other people have big followings, it becomes like the thing to hate something at Disney World. Or I guess sometimes this also crosses into Disneyland. But it becomes the thing to hate something, where no matter what anyone says, it's just like the thing to say, this is awful. And you must be a Disney fan. If you are a Disney fan, you must agree that this is awful. And it's just what they always do. The Pizza Rizzo was one of those.
Yep.
It had the reputation for being
the worst pizza ever.
They would say that. They'd say, this is the worst pizza I've ever had in my life. And they meant like in theme park pizza and everything. And it's not like we've ever said, oh my gosh,
it's not the best thing
the
ever.
best pizza. But we're like, for theme park pizza, it's actually pretty good. Because we've had theme park pizza that was like, oh, that was basically like cardboard.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as good as Boardwalk Pizza or
No.
Pizza Planet, but it's still really good.
No, like just the generic sort of theme park pizza, like it's still pretty good.
And they have an amazing Caesar salad.
Yes. And they always have, they had great cannoli.
Yep.
They had all these other things too that we just really enjoyed it. It's not like we would go to it all the time because it was one of the few options that we actually wanted.
Well, and there's not that many quick service restaurants at Hollywood Studios.
But we're just like, I don't understand why people hate on this so much. And then I noticed immediately, like, funny. I haven't heard a word online of anyone saying how awful Catalina Eddie's is, even though it is. We tried it. It is the exact same food they had at the Pizza Rizzo. Just goes to show you how much I hate these people for doing this, because they just tell people you need to hate it because you should hate it. Yeah. It's the same thing. People who
try
say
it yourself, and then if you hate it, then hate it.
That's fine. Like, you don't have to like it, but people just come into it knowing, oh, we're supposed to hate this. And it's the same thing with like Mission Space. Like, people are told to hate Mission Space.
Yep.
But so they never try it. It's another thing when I've heard people say, oh, I can't do Mission Space because I get claustrophobic.
Or very nauseous.
Or I get extremely nauseous. Like, those are total good reasons to not ever ride it. Not even going to argue with you on that one. But there's other people like, I've just heard it's bad. No, it's actually a lot of fun.
It's super fun. They do need to update the
they need to update a lot.
Not the projections, whatever, the screens. It's a little weirdly blurry or something. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah,
I still love it, and I get very motion sick.
So anyway, stepping down from my soapbox for a moment. That's just what went through my head at the moment. It's like, funny. It's almost as like the food wasn't as bad as they were saying. They just they were getting likes for saying it was terrible.
Yep.
End of screed. After that, we left the parks and we went to the airport.
And flew home to no snow. It was about the same temperature here as it was when
and it was uncomfortably warm on the plane.
Yes.
It was uncomfortably warm on the plane there, but I was hoping that maybe it wouldn't be the same on the way back. It was. It was sad. And
then after we left, there were 3 nights of 25-degree lows, and there was
in Florida,
and the water in many of the fountains froze. It was.
I'm more like, how did they not think about turning them off?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, so it was very interesting, but then we came back home and now it's warm. So yay. Okay, so getting into the bigger news of the week, because there's just so much that happened. Let's first talk about the art shuttles, because this is the one that contradicts so much of what we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Multiple episodes we've had.
Because a couple weeks ago we talked about you can always take the art shuttles. It's a great option. If you hadn't already heard, the art shuttles are going to be discontinued. I believe it's March 18th. I'm going to look this up really fast if you want to.
Yeah, I don't know the exact date, but it's very frustrating. So many of the hotels in the Anaheim area would pay this company to do these shuttles, and evidently it's not been profitable, even though the hotels pay them and you have to still pay for it. It's minimal.
It just says after March.
But it was a very convenient thing because it would run very frequently and it would do multiple hotels, but not like too many that you'd have to go stop everywhere on your particular route. But yeah, they're getting rid of it. So really your only options will be if these hotels in the near future say, oh, maybe we should just do our own shuttle. No idea on most of those, or get a taxi or an Uber.
So reading into the Orange County Register, like Dan kind of hit on some of this, that evidently the ART shuttle was run by the Anaheim Transit Network, I believe was what the organization was called. And they got all their money to operate the shuttles, mostly from the hotels. Like, I did not know that the hotels were, apparently they were supplying as much as like 75% of their operating revenue. Because then the shuttles would, this is something that they could advertise on their websites. The shuttles would be able to service these specific hotels. Even though there were fares associated with the ART shuttle,
they're minimal.
The fares are minimal, and apparently they had put a cap on how much the fares could be raised every year. And they just felt that the cap, the price to operate everything had outpaced the cap on fares. And so the hotels just decided they no longer wanted to fund this. And so that's why it's going to be ending after March. And another problem that they had with it, apparently, is that another bus system, the Orange County Transportation Authority, or OCTA, they are run by taxpayer money. And apparently they even service 75% of the same stops as the ART shuttles. And so they also just felt like, why are we doubling down on shuttle stops that are already being serviced by another public transportation option? But yeah.
So I guess use that now?
There is that as an option, depending on where you're staying. You'd have to look at
where the stops are.
You'd really have to look where the stops are. I did look at the Octa network to see. They have some routes that come up Catella. They have a couple of routes that go on Harbor. Not anywhere near as many as the ART shuttles, but some. I do foresee that there's going to be some hotels like the Candy Cane Inn that are going to choose to do their own shuttle.
I foresee that too, but I don't think everyone else will.
The ones across the street, I don't think ever will.
No.
I think the one that's still considered close but could still do it might be the Hojo, the Howard Johnson. They might, because they're close, but they're not that close.
Yeah.
And also like the, oh my gosh, what is it called? I can see the logo. It's on the other side of Harbor, like down further south. Anyway, oh gosh, I can't remember it. Well, if it comes to my mind, I'll tell you. I can see the logo in my head, and I know I could see the hotel, but they're further south on Harbor, and I can see them also choosing to do a shuttle. But that would be basically at this point. I can see some of them choosing, or maybe even like partnering up. Yeah, a couple of the best Westerns.
Maybe. Yeah, right. Because like some of those companies, like Hilton owns a ton of brands, Marriott owns a ton of brands. Like maybe those particular ones. We'll see.
But unfortunately, that's just something now that you're going to have to really consider. I still do not recommend renting a car. I do not recommend necessarily driving unless driving is really going to be
if you already live semi-close, like a few hours away, then just bring it.
But. And again, that's because these hotels are going to be, they charge an arm and a leg for parking. That's another reason why I think the hotels were paying for this.
Yeah.
Is because they don't have the parking spots for everybody. So they were hoping to say like, no, don't drive here.
We'll make it convenient for you.
Like, you can just use the shuttles. Get a taxi or an Uber, somebody to drop you off, and then use our shuttles. So I don't know. But it's a huge thing. It's operated for nearly 30 years.
Unfortunately, that will make, until Disney does their new thing with the whatever they're doing in the
parking structure
in the next few years, the Uber area is going to get even worse. So,
well, thank heavens they're making it bigger.
Yeah.
And also until then, Disney was partnering with ART to use their shuttles to get their cast members and other people from the Toy Story lot into the park. Clearly, Disney's going to have to like invest in their own buses to be able to do that, because they still need to shuttle people over. They're not going to get away with being able to tell people like, bye.
I wonder if Disney will just buy some of the ones. I wonder what they're going to do with the actual shuttles.
I don't know. They haven't really said much about any of this. They've just said, like, it's what we're doing.
Yep.
It's great.
Whatever.
So, unfortunately, there's something else to consider. Transportation in Anaheim isn't as big a deal as it is in Florida because it's just not as spread out. However, it's just there's limited options.
Well, and it's hard. It's frustrating for people who have very limited mobility, like both of our very elderly parents.
Yes, 100%.
So, like, even if you stay across the street, like it's kind of a burden to walk a lot. So, whatever.
Yeah. So you never know what might happen. And maybe those ones that are across the street, maybe they will band together and get like one shuttle for all of them, and they'll just prioritize people who have mobility issues. I don't know.
Yeah.
No idea. If you are concerned, maybe reach out to these hotels. Not to the brands. The brands don't really care. Reach out to the specific hotels. Talk to them when you check in. If you're going in the next couple of months before the art shuttle's over, talk to them and let them know, like, if you think that you would use this, how much you use the shuttle, and if you think that they should get one. Because honestly, it's up to them.
Yeah, and public opinion often sways people.
That's what sways people. If they know that they could get people to pay for it, or that it's a big enough draw that people would come and spend a little bit more on their hotel stay because it has a shuttle, they would add it. So, but it's all public opinion. Okay, the last thing we want to talk about, obviously, I'm sure you've seen it because it made such huge headlines, because why wouldn't it, is that Disney did announce they have a new CEO and a new president.
It's me.
Nope. Oh. The CEO is exactly who everyone thought it was going to be when Bob Iger first came back.
I was worried that because Disney picked Bob Chapek, that they'd pick some rando from some random like CNN's something to come do it. But no, they picked Josh D'Amaro, thankfully.
Yes. And it's, why do I always forget her name? Because the Josh D'Amaro is the new CEO of the company, but they have a new president as well that will be taking the reins. But I'm trying to remember her name. It's Dana something or other. Dana Walden.
Not Dana Bash. She's from CNN.
No, that's why I keep calling it. Like, no, it's Dana Walden. So Josh D'Amaro, everyone is familiar with because he is currently the president of Disney Parks, Resorts, and what do they call it now? Parks, Resorts, people, places, things,
Didn't
cruises.
They get rid of the experiences part?
No, I don't remember what. Oh, it's just called Disney Experiences.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, because Bob Chapek made it weirdly.
Because he named it Parks, Experiences, and Products, and then it was something else for a while. Apparently now, I have lost track of it, so it's Disney Experiences. So that's the one that's in charge of all the parks, resorts, cruise lines, everything's Adventures by Disney, all that stuff.
So who's going to be that now?
They haven't said who's going to take over from them, because these guys...
will be me.
This is where March 18th was in my head, is because that's when they are taking... Yeah. That's when this will be official, is March 18th. And then, so that's his background, is in all the parks, resorts, cruise lines, all that. But he will be the CEO. The new president is Dana Wild, and she is currently...
You said a different last name.
Walden, sorry. It started with W. This is why I have to keep looking at it, because I knew I was going to get it wrong. Dana Walden. And she is currently the co-chair of Disney Entertainment. So she's in charge of like ABC, Disney Channel, Disney Plus,
ESPN.
Hulu, ESPN, and all that stuff. She's in charge of all that. And so a lot of people, especially me, are seeing this as possibly like fabulous, because we haven't had two people in this role since it was Michael Eisner and Frank Wells. And don't think about later term of Michael Eisner. We're talking about the beginning.
Early Michael Eisner.
The 80s and the early 90s. Because it worked so well to have two people together to work together. And I think it's going to be great to have two people that are working together who each know their area of the company super well, to be able to lead it in those directions. So I'm actually very optimistic that they put two people in charge. Now we're just waiting to see who they're going to put in as the new president of Disney Experiences, because we don't know.
Bob Paycheck.
No. He gone.
I think they learned their lesson.
Apparently Disney has been slowly backtracking.
I am willing to quit my job if Disney wants to hire me.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I am personally very excited. I see it as a very positive thing. It also made headlines because originally Bob Iger was going to stay in as CEO through the end of this year and then leave. But he announced he wanted to leave earlier. And so that's why it was a kind of a surprise for a couple weeks. Like, they say surprise. They told us about it a couple weeks ago. And I've been told my friends when they're like, Josh D'Amaro is now officially going to be the CEO. I was like, that's so surprising. No, it's not surprising. We, seriously, everyone knew it was going to be Josh D'Amaro as soon as Bob Iger came back. Because they're like, it just has been this through line of the president of Disney Experiences goes on to be the CEO of the company. Although that's not what Bob Iger was. He was the head of ABC. So that's another reason I think it could be good to have someone who is the head of Disney Entertainment and the head of Disney Experiences both in charge. So you can see with all this news that we have shared that why we're like, hey,
let's have it be a news.
We need it to be a news day, because there's just so much that has come up and stuff that we have to retract. But everything's good. Everything's positive. No, the only bad news is the art shuttles, and honestly, at this point, we just don't even know what the future's going to hold.
We shall see.
No clue. Yay us. So, at any rate, at least we're not like the Animal Kingdom, which is right now, like, everything's closing.
Yeah.
Like, everything.
Yeah.
In the meantime, so make sure that if you haven't yet booked your trip for your upcoming Disney trip, that came out really weird, but you would understand what I'm talking about. Use the link in the description to book with our friends at Getaway Today.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
And then make sure that you also subscribe to the podcast to get new episodes as they drop. And then we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.